Hello, friends, and welcome into the TexAgs Rewind, presented by Specs, the 4-time Retailer of the Year. That's the place to go get your spirits. Got the Fan Show guys here, and I've got Reed Neal, Matt Browning, Sutton Turner. Favorite part of the show, Sutton.
It has to be the Fan Show.
Did they make the cut? No, they didn't make the cut.
Best for the last.
We didn't make the cut?
No, they didn't make the cut. They didn't make the cut. You guys got eliminated. Yeah, there's a whole group in the back that votes.
That's okay.
You know what?
Millions of people.
You know what we never
okay.
we never say. I'm gonna say the go hour today.
People say the go hour. They do.
Yeah.
No, none of us did.
Well, that's because you guys are anti-Olin.
No, I'm not. Olin's my
But we
guy.
need to bring back the crusty curmudgeon segment.
That could happen. That could
We
happen.
really need that.
OB made the show. Reed Neal, what was your favorite part of the show?
Mary Stoiana, for
Mary
sure.
Stoiana was great. Do you have one, Sutton?
No.
No, you didn't like anything on the show. Thanks. That was real nice. I liked Michael Earley, okay? Our baseball coach. I thought he was awesome. All right.
He is awesome.
I liked AT. You know who else I liked? I liked the host. Check out the rewind. If A&M, if Marcel Reed is a top 6 quarterback, I said yesterday that means A&M is a 9-win team at least. Do you agree or disagree? Or there's too many other factors, David. Don't make it so simple.
Well, I would like to agree wholeheartedly, but you've got to tell me how good the defense is going to be. Because I think that
Middle of the road defense.
middle of the road defense, they'll have a shot at it.
Okay. Top 6 defense, top 6 Marcel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Then I'm going to say a 9-win team. Easy. Maybe more.
Okay.
Yeah, because, there are going to be some teams that are going to be really good offensively and lacking defensively, and some teams are going to struggle offensively and play good defense. But if you can be, top, I'm not saying necessarily top tier, but, in the top 5 or 6 in both, yeah, you're going to win a lot of football games.
If Marcel can become better at the 12 to 20-yard pass in that range, that I think completely makes him a game changer, right? If he has the ability to surf and look down the field, make the right read, right throw, or take it and run, tuck it and run, I think we're talking about a game-changing guy at that position because his high level, his top, is so top that what did Jay Crane say? Marcel Reed scares more defensive coordinators than most other quarterbacks.
I think Marcel Reed's ability to run is going to enhance the 12 to 15 yard pass because I think that's who's coming open a lot. What I think where Marcel needs to get better at is the deep ball.
Yeah.
I think it was the first play of the second half against Arkansas. That just missed. A lot of deep balls just missed. And I think about the interception.
Well, the speed is going to make a difference at that position,
it will.
too.
But I think about the interception, the first interception against USC. Remember, he's throwing it, I've talked about this a lot, he's throwing it 40 yards on a line when it gets undercut.
Right.
Put some air under it. I think he'll learn all those things. But I think when you see him start to run and you see him start to, I'm going to go, you're going to see more plays like you saw against Florida to Cyrus Allen where the defense converges on him and guys come open.
One of those high-round draft picks that you've been able to coach is Jace Lavalette. Over his last 4 games, he's got just 1 hit. So what are y'all working on this week to try and get him back to the guy we've seen throughout the course of his career and especially the guy we saw in Fayetteville just 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's the same thing with Jason. Always like hitting, being on time for balls in the strike zone, not chasing pitches out of the zone. And knowing that when he's really good, like people don't want to pitch to him and taking your walks, but just being on time for balls in the zone and continue to compete every single at bat. So he had a really good day of practice yesterday. We're going to make sure he has a good one today, and he'll be ready to go for the weekend because, just having him go. I mean, Jason Strell are guys that can not only win you a game, but they could possibly win you a series. Like you saw, Jace's impact of the series in Arkansas can't be overstated. So got to get him back to swinging at strikes, being on time for strikes. And when you're on time for strikes, you take pitches out of the zone.
Coach Earley, life in the SEC, I know it's ridiculous, and it's been that way for a long time. But have you ever coached or been a part of a stretch where it's like one week it's the number 1 team in the country, then it's the number 2 team in the country, then it's the number 1 team in the country, then back to number 2, all within like a month of each other?
No, I have not. I don't think, at least. I don't remember like this. Maybe I look at it differently now than I did, but I don't think that's the case. No, I don't. But you're right. It's life in the SEC, and we played. Heck, man, when we played some of the teams we played, they weren't ranked as high, but they felt like they were just as good. So it's not really something we look at. And honestly, it's cool, right? Like you get to play. Like let's play the number 1 or number 2 team. Why not? So we're excited. We're excited. I don't necessarily look at the ranking as much as I do as the opponent, but no, I'm not quite seeing a stretch like it. But I think we've done a good job. I mean, minus last weekend, like we've answered the call. We've been ready to play. We've been in the games and we've been fighting, and we showed the type of team we are, and it's going to be no different. You're going to see that type of effort and energy out of this weekend. This team is, I feel like we might have got knocked to the mat a little bit this weekend at Texas, which you never want, especially against those guys. But we're going to get right back up, and we're going to keep swinging, man, because that's the kind of character we got in this locker room. So we're really excited to get out there.
All right, last one for you. Damaging the legacy. How much of a hit did Deion take this weekend because of what happened with Shedeur? Even though it's a different story, they're unified. And I think Deion had a real bounce back kind of year, not only because of the results on the field, but I feel like the press was a lot more positive. And then this whole NFL draft thing has, again, brought him back.
Yeah, I'll try to be quick. I know we're short on time. I think when something like Shedeur going from a presumed potential top 10, the floor of his fall was going to be 21 to Pittsburgh, and he's in the 5th round. I don't think you can pin it on one thing. I think what was pretty obvious, we all, I'll include myself, probably overvalued him as a quarterback. I just think there were fewer teams that actually needed a quarterback than maybe we realized. And then listen, I think, Deion could have said whatever he said. If Shedeur had handled himself, by all reports, and I don't have any of this on firsthand knowledge, but, all the reports that we've read is that he did not handle himself the way that you need to handle yourself in that situation, especially, by the way, if you aren't, no doubt about it, number 1 pick or no doubt about it, top 5 pick. So, I don't know if we have time to dive deeper. I don't think Deion helped, though. I think to your point, I don't think Deion, using national media platforms to say we're going to pick where we're going to go and there's certain teams that are going to be off our radars, I don't think that helped the process. And so the Shedeur thing, like some of these big topics, is fascinating. But when I come out of last weekend watching him fall to the 5th round, I don't think it's one thing with Shedeur as much as it is 4 or 5 things that were working against them. And by the way, when I say 4 or 5 things working against them, many of them, to be clear, were very self-inflicted.
Super excited to dive right into the postseason. Like I said, it's the most exciting part of the year, and we look forward to it as soon as it starts. So really excited that it's starting tomorrow.
How important is it to have Aggies there? The fact that it's going to be your home crowd.
I can go on and on about the 12th man, especially what we get at our facility. Mm-hmm. It's so awesome. I feel like other teams that come and play here, they have no idea what they're walking into. There's so many people. The volume is crazy, which is something that us tennis players notice right away because we're used to playing in those calm, quiet environments. That's just how it is usually. But then we come here and there's so much excitement, so much energy from the 12th man. It only helps us, I feel like.
What will it take for this team to repeat? And it seems like a simple question, but considering how good the teams you're going to face are, considering the rivalries that we've talked about already, just what will it take for this team to do it again?
Yeah, I feel like having inner confidence, knowing that we've done this literally last year, is going to help us and take us a long way. We've put ourselves in the high pressure situations and come out on top. So if we just touch back with those and know we deserve to be here, we've done it before, I think we could really do it again.
And this team is pretty much the same team as last
pretty
year, right?
Much, yeah.
Outside of Carson moving on, right?
Pretty much.
It's pretty much the same team.
And that's what also gives us confidence. We know all these players have been in these moments before. We're super confident. We've seen us go over the finish line before. We're playing really great tennis now, and we only get better with every match, especially these higher level matches as the teams get better and better in the NCAA tournament. So, yeah, we're really excited to see what we can do.
Do you guys feel appreciated, especially considering A&M sports, the big three, have not had baseball came very close last year, but it was a rough start to this year. Basketball ended a little early, and football had a kind of bad end to it. Do you feel the appreciation? Because we brag about it. You're national champions walking around campus.
Yeah, we feel the love.
You guys battle for the last words.
Oh.
Arm wrestle, winner says Buy, sell, lease.
You know what?
No, not buy, sell,
Go
lease.
ahead.
Age
Go ahead. You just
before
lost
beauty.
50 pounds. So,
All right,
come
hey,
on.
like, share, subscribe, comment, and click the notification bell so you never miss another TexAgs Rewind.
Look at that guy. It's because the teleprompter was there. That's why you got it right. We'll see you next time.